Hi, boys and girls. How are you doing? I hope you are ready to start a brand new week. It's a new week. It's a new start. We are going to begin a new month this week. So it's a good chance for us, if we maybe haven't been doing some of the things that we should be doing, or we haven't been the best listener or the best bucket filler, it's a good chance to refresh, restart, and start making some good choices and make this a great week. So what I wanted to do with you this morning is just go through, I have half of our sight words and I have half of our addition and subtraction sentences. So we're just going to go through these really quickly. I'm just going to show you the cards kind of fast, especially the sight word cards, kind of like we're doing our Friday morning challenge. So here we go. Ready? This one's kind of tricky. Remember that baby pulling on the toddler's hair? Doesn't feel good. Toddler says, ow. That's hour. Two stuck together here. All right. So I hope you could read all of those, and I hope you were pretty quick reading all of those. We want you to have automaticity, right? So when you see it, you read it. That's why we call those sight words, because we see them and we read them. You really can't use a strategy for most of those. You can't stretch them out. If you see them in a book that you're reading and you get stuck on them, checking the picture is not going to help you read the word they, right? You're not going to see a picture of they in the book you're reading. So that's why they're sight words. So I hope you were able to read those nice and quickly. If you could, then here's another challenge. Can you write all of them? Because being able to read them will help us to be stronger readers. But in our writing, if we need to write the word was, and we can read it on a page, but we can't quite remember how to spell it, that's not going to be very helpful, right? So if you can read the word was, can you spell the word was, and can you write the word was? So if you could read all of those, awesome. New challenge, can you write all of them? Not really the number words. You don't have to worry too much about being able to write the word 18. You know, that will come later on. You don't need to worry about the numbers. But the sight words, you should be able to write them all too. So you can ask mom and dad to ask you, hey, how do you spell like? How do you spell of? How do you spell we? See if you can spell them. And then can you write them? Lowercase letters, correct formation. Okay? All right, addition and subtraction. Pay attention to the symbol. 1 plus 3. Take your bigger number. Count on. 5 plus 2. 0 plus 0. So you boys and girls have probably seen grown-ups, or maybe even done it yourself. When things are kind of sticking together, you kind of lick your finger and then it's easier to pull them apart. Because of all the sickness that's going around, and we're not supposed to touch our faces and keep our hands away from our mouths, it's so tricky when these cards start sticking together to remember, don't just lick my finger and do it. I've got to try to make it work, and it does work. I just have to be a little patient with it. 5 plus 0. Did I read you this one? 0 plus 0? I might have forgotten. I was thinking about not being able to lick my finger. 5 minus 0. 2 plus 3. 2 plus 1. 2 plus 2. 1 plus 5. So if you say 1 and you count 5 more, not really efficient, right? 5, just count 1 more, so much quicker. 3 minus 3, so our whole, our part are the same. The difference, when the whole and the part are the same, the difference is always what? Even if you had like 1 million minus 1 million, the difference would always be what number? 1 plus 4. Again, if you say 1 and you count 4 more, it'll work, just not really efficient for you. 4, count 1 more. We want to be efficient. We want to be accurate, and we want to be quick. 5 plus 1. 3 minus 1. 2 plus 5. 3 plus 4. 5 minus 2. 4 minus 2. 4 minus 0. 2 plus 4. 1 plus 1. 5 plus 0. 4 plus 0. 2 minus 2. There's another one where the whole and the part are the same. 3 minus 2. And 1 plus 2. So I think what I'm going to do next time is I have more of these kinds of cards. So I'm going to take some blank cards and I'm going to draw some sets of counters and see how quickly you can Subatize them. So maybe I'll have a filled up 10 frame and 5 more. How many is that? Or a filled up 10 frame and 3 more. Or maybe a 10 frame that's almost filled, but there's 1 spot empty. How many is that? And we'll see how quickly you can count without counting, right? That's Subatizing, counting without counting. So I wanted to show you something now. Let's see, I'm going to share my screen with you. So in chapter 8 in math, that's what we were working on before all of this craziness happened, and now we're all stuck at home. But we were working in chapter 8, and it was numbers 20 and beyond. And in that chapter, it's a lot of work with 100 charts, and it's a lot of work with counting on from any place on that 100 chart and trying to figure out if there's a number that's missing in that chart, what's the missing number, without having to start at 1 and count all the way down. Because if there's a number down here at the bottom of the chart that's missing, like 89, and you start at 1 and you count all the way down, again, not very efficient. So how can we figure out what number is missing without having to count every single number? Well, let's see. This number that's missing is 89. It's in the row with the 80s. Okay, so all of those numbers have 8 groups of 10. And if I can see the number over here, which is 87, and the number over here, which is 89, I can figure out the number in the middle that's missing. So I wanted to show you, I'll show you here, a website that is a lot of fun to play with. And we have used it in class before. So let me start over here. So it's abcya.com. And if you go there, these are all the grade levels. It goes way up to like teenagers. We're going to go to grade K. And what I wanted to show you here is in the numbers button. This 100 chart, this is what we used when it was day 100 and we hid all the starburst all around the room. So you can play around with this. It's a lot of fun. Actually, this is a good chart to play mystery number with. So if mom or dad, so we'll go 1 to 100. If mom or dad says to you, I'm thinking of a number that's greater than 52 and less than 54. Well, let's see. Greater than 52. So I know it's bigger than 52, but it's less than 54. It's got to be what? 53. So you can play around with this. It's a lot of fun. But the chart I wanted to show you is a little bit further down here, right here. There's a little bird and it says number chart. And there's 2 levels.
100 number chart. Click 1 to try 10 numbers at a time, or click 2 to try 100 numbers.
So there's a beginner level and a challenge level. I'm going to click on the challenge and I'm going to go 1 to 100.
Help me place the numbers above where they belong in the chart.
So here's the 100 chart, and you can see that it's missing a whole bunch of numbers. So I'm going to take my first number here. It's 37. Well, if I'm missing 37 somewhere in this chart, I know right away that it's not up here in this top row because this is 1 to 10. So I also know that it's not down here because these are the 90s. So 37, how many groups of 10 are in 37? 3. Okay, let me find the row on my 100 chart that where all the numbers have 3 groups of 10. So these numbers don't have any groups of 10. These numbers have 1 group of 10. These are the teen numbers. These numbers have 2 groups of 10. Those are the 20s. Oh, 3 groups of 10. These are the 30s. My 37 is going to be in that row. Okay. So I'm going to take this number. Now, let's see. Would it go here next to the 39? Do we count 37, 39? Or would it go here next to the 36? 36, 37. Ooh, that sounds much better. Yeah, 36 has 3 groups of 10 and 6 ones. 37 has 3 groups of 10 and 7 ones. So you can place these missing numbers into the 100 chart. This is exactly what the kinds of things we were going to be working on in chapter 8 in school. And this website, ABC has so many fun things to do. These are all math games. And then I really like this part. These are all holiday games. This kind of reminds me of what you do with Mrs. McDonald when you do the Santa tracker and you give Santa a haircut and you do the penguins and the blocks. So this is Build a Gingerbread House. I might play with this later. Oh, there's an ad. I don't want to watch the ad, but you can build a gingerbread house. If we go back, there are strategy games like Road Rally, Monster Mansion Match, the Tingly Bubble Shooter, Donut Drop, all kinds of fun games that you can do. There are letter games, putting letters in alphabetical order, a story maker. So lots of fun things in this website. So you could get on this website and just play around with it for a long time, but it's all good activities that are going to help you to be stronger in math, be stronger in your phonics. So I'm going to stop sharing that now. All right, I want to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to unplug my computer. We're on a little field trip with you. Here we go. We are going to come and I'm going to, oh, that's Nala. I'm going to come on the floor here. Oh, the dogs are going to want to come and see what's going on. They're like, why are you on the floor? Well, I'm on the floor. Oh, it's bright, huh? Let me pull the shade. It's bright. Okay, that's better. So I'm on the floor because this is my dishwasher. And my dishwasher is magnetic. And something we were doing in phonics, again, while we were still in school, was we were using these Elkonin boxes, and we were using them to help us count sounds in words. And you boys and girls would have just your whiteboard, and you would use counters, and I had mine that was magnetic, so I could hold it up and show you. So I thought to myself, oh, I know my dishwasher is magnetic, and I have some magnets here. Here's Linus and Snoopy. Here is my Donate Life magnet, and here is a little sloth. Oh, there we go. It's supposed to hang upside down. So I have 3 magnets here, and I'm going to say some words, and we're going to count the sounds. And then I'm going to say to you, well, what sound is that? Or what sound is that? And I want you to be able to hear beginning, middle, and ending sounds. So if I said the word map, I'm going to move one of these magnets for each sound, like this. A, p. How many sounds are in map? Okay. What sound is that? What sound is that? P. What sound is that? A. Okay, then we slide them back down. And let's try a different word. So if you want, what you could do is pause the video, get yourself a piece of paper, and anything. You can see I use magnets here, but you could use anything. You could use cereal, you could use buttons, you could use little toys. You could really use pretty much anything you wanted as your well, they're not counters. They are counters. They're sound counters. So you can use anything. So if you want to grab some of your own and do it with me, you can. All right, let's try this word. You ready? How about shoe? Shoe. Well, I hear a sh. Ooh. How many sounds are in shoe? 2. 2 shoe. Now I know that shoe is not spelled with 2 letters, but it only has 2 sounds. This sound is what? Shh. This sound is ooh, shoe. How about this one? Tape. A. P. How many sounds in tape? Now, I remember some of you got a little bit confused by this before. This middle sound, the sound is A. And I always say to you, not the letter, the sound. Well, guess what? This is a long vowel. So the long vowel sound is A. The letter is A, the sound is A. So the sounds are T, A, P. So this sound is A. What sound is that? And what sound is that? Okay, try this one. Let's try wig. Wig. W, I, G. What's the third sound? What's the last sound in wig? This one right here. What sound is that? What's the first sound? Right here. And what's the middle sound? All right, let's try a couple more. Cat. Count the sounds in cat. K, A, T. How many sounds in cat? What's the middle sound in cat? Right here. What sound is that? And if you think, oh, I don't really remember, just do them again. K, A. Oh, that middle sound is A. What's the first sound in cat? What's the last sound? All right, one more. Let's see. Oh, how about this one? I'm looking around my house for some inspiration, and I see some keys. So let's try the word key. Ready? K, E. How many sounds in key? What sound is this? I know it's the letter 2, but what sound is it? And what sound is this? All right, so you can make L. Conan boxes at home super easy. I had an idea of another thing I could do. Let me take these down. So let's see, if I turn this computer around and flip it down, you can see, maybe if I put it up on the cabinet, you can see that my floor has tiles. You also can see that I have rugs everywhere because Ernie slips and falls because he's an old man now. But I could use these as my boxes and I could slide them up. So I could do, whoops, I'll go this way. E. You can use the tiles on your floor. You can use a piece of paper. You can use really anything you want. So that's all I have for you today. I'll see you again soon. We will do some Zooming together. And I hope everybody has a great week. Stay busy, keep learning, be kind, and I miss you. See you later.